Hi everyone, hope you guys are doing great. Today's topic is introduction to Zoho project blueprints and business process control. So the first thing first that we will be going through the table of content for this. So there will be an introduction about consult to manage, introduction to Zoho project blueprints, what is business process control, importance of integration of Zoho project blueprint with business process control, key features, steps to create a Zoho project blueprint, use cases, benefits, common challenges, a quick demo, a real life examples, and conclusion, and then we will open to question and answer. So first of all, we are an ERP CRM implementation company. We have over 8 years of experience in implementing ERPs and CRM solutions. We specialize in Zoho, Salesforce, and NetSuite. Our services include custom module development, third-party integrations, user training and support, functional requirement gathering, end-to-end project management, and then we also deal in marketing automation, AI, and third-party integration solutions as well. So we work with Zoho, NetSuite, and Salesforce. The tools we work with are Zapier, MuleSoft, Boomi. We also work with OpenAI, Claude, Agentforce, and Zobot, which are AI-based resources or tools available in ERPs and CRM systems. Specifically, Agentforce is for Salesforce, and Zobot relates to Zoho. Now, introduction to Zoho project blueprints. Obviously, there are different project management systems out there. And when we talk about Zoho ecosystem, we have something called Zoho projects. Well, what are blueprints? Blueprints are processes or SOPs that are very, very important in defining any business or managing any business solution. Well, any operation that happens needs to pass through a certain steps and certain stages to get to a conclusion, right? And blueprint is basically the process. So, a feature in Zoho project that allow businesses to automate workflows, standardize processes, and streamline the task management. The core functions are visual workflow creation, automation of task transitions, which we will, when we will demo it, we will show you how it works. Integration with other Zoho tools for seamless process management. And with these blueprints, every transition we do, we have an authority or an action or availability to take actions beforehand, on hand, and after hand. Means pre, current, and post. All these three things we can take actions. Okay, which is very very important, by the way. We will tell you, like show you, and then you will be able to understand how it really works. So we all know every business has a process, and every business needs to control the process of, like, step A, step B, and C. And passing through the processes is very very important to get to the conclusion on end product. So first of all, we will go through the definition of what is business control or business process control. It's a systematic approach to manage, analyze, improve business workflows to ensure they align with organizational objectives. First thing. Then the components of business process control: standardization, monitoring, and optimization. So defining and enforcing a uniform way of doing tasks. That's standardization. Monitoring: real-time tracking of workflow performance. That is monitoring. Optimization: continuously refining processes for better results. Then we talk about benefits. It improves the efficiency and accountability, reduced operational costs, and it enhances decision making based on actionable insights. Now, the importance of integrating Zoho projects blueprints with business process control. Well, the first thing is automation of routine tasks, centralized process visibility, enhanced collaboration, error reduction, customer centric processes. Well, first of all, automation of routine tasks reduces manual interventions, save time and resources. Centralized process visibility, real time updates provide a clear picture of the workflow. Enhanced collaboration, teams can easily understand their roles and responsibilities. Error reduction, rule based task transition, minimizing the chance of mistakes. Customer centric processes, tailor workflows to enhance user experience and satisfaction. And these are some of the important things of Zoho project blueprints. And in regard to business control, how blueprints can help you control the businesses. So it can automate processes, it can automate the steps, it can reduce the error, because then the user or the person who is taking actions would be forced to go through a process, and there is no or very minimal chance of errors. The key features of Zoho project blueprints are drag and drop, customizable task stages, automated notifications, SLA monitoring. SLA means service level agreements, conditional task transitions, and integration capabilities. Because we know Zoho has, the best thing about Zoho is it's open to integrate to other systems. Then the steps to create a Zoho project blueprint. Well, First of all, we need to work out like what is our workflow, what are the steps involved, what are the stages involved. Then we will define the stages in that workflow. Then we will set transition rules like adding conditions for task progress, task completion, and approvals. Then we'll talk about automate actions, configure automate alerts, reminders, and task assignments. Then we will test the blueprint, run a simulation to ensure the process flows as intended. Then we will monitor and refine, track performance metrics, and make adjustment for continuous improvements. Okay. Then the use cases of Zoho project blueprints. Well, there are different use cases, but the most important one is the project management, sales management, customer support, human resources, marketing campaigns. By the way, although the topic is Zoho project blueprints specifically, but the blueprints are available in pretty much all the major tools of Zoho. Zoho CRM has its own blueprint structure. Zoho Creator has its own blueprint structure. So what it means is that using these systems, incorporating blueprints in them, we can basically define standard processes and actions that happens and under certain circumstances. The benefits of using Zoho projects blueprints: it saves time, it's consistency, real time visibility, cost efficiency, and scalability. So obviously, when the process is defined, straightforward, and structured, we have more visibility and more structure, overall growth. Common challenges and solutions. The challenge: resistance to change. Most people don't want to change because they don't want to understand the whole system. The complexity in defining rules. There are complexities involved when setting up SOPs. Limited understanding of the tool. Like, not everyone can be a pro in understanding the tool before using it. They need some sort of understanding of the process. Then the workflow errors during testing. Okay, so the first solution is provide team training and workshops. The second is start with simple workflows and build on them. The third is use Zoho training resources and community, text extensively before full implementation. Okay, these are the common challenges and solutions that we face in blueprints, or things we might face during our definition of blue workflows. Let's get into the demo. Okay, so we will log into Zoho projects. We will create a blueprint. We will do add it to task stages. We will define transition rules. We will add the automation, and we will preview and publish. Okay, so that's something we will do right now. So let's head towards our Zoho projects. So this is like a recent Zoho project account. I set it up. It's simple. Go to projects.zoho.com and you just sign up for 14 days in a paid version, 14-day free trial, or you can just log in for a free plan. So whatever the case is. So first of all, you will define a project. So if we go to projects, you have these options available. Go to project templates. You define a new template. I just defined a template, but I will just go to new project template and you can define it. I will just access this project template, and then I can create task lists, task, subtask, and then I can create internal and external tasks. So in this case, this is specifically a general structure, which has it's an internal. Okay, I will make it external. I will update this. Okay, and then it would be available to our customer portal users as well. People who are not the part of my organization, or part of the not the part of the organization, they will be able to see. Now when we go to task, so we have this task structure which is pretty solid, and we can have, if we go down, we do have subtask option available. We do have dependency. Like if we want to create dependency rules, uh, just adding to the context, we can add more sections here. We can add more fields and layout, and there are layout rules on the input of a field. I can execute a function and those type of things, which are generically part of ERPs and CRM systems. But before I go anywhere, and from here I can associate a blueprint as well, by the way. So if I have an active blueprint which has the stages and everything, I can basically do the blueprint, define a blueprint from here, right? Okay, now let's get to the blueprints, how they work and how they are defined. So we'll go to the settings section here, and in the search function we will see search blueprint. Okay, so we have this blueprint available. We will go in it, or what we can do is basically we can define we'll just define a new blueprint. So we'll name it as test 06 12 24. Okay, okay, great. We have a standard layout. Select a blueprint file to import. We can import blueprints as well. So if we have already got a blueprint somewhere else, we can import that as well. So we will save it. And if we want to put a condition that the project name is like test only, then it would be allow this blueprint, or whatever the stuff is, it will basically, we can put a condition if the task name includes MOU or MOA or anything, it automatically attached to that. Then we have these stages. These are the task stages. So we can start it from in progress, okay, and then we will say in review, okay, to be tested, on hold, okay, and then we will say closed. Now the blueprint will start in progress, it will goes to in review, and in review it will go to be tested, and to be tested it can go on hold, or it will be say closed. Okay, so these are transitions. So let's say if process moved, okay, I will just name it process moved. In review, review approved, passed, test failed. Okay, and that's it. Okay, now if, and then if from here we will go back to testing. Now the thing is that the first stage is basically in progress. Okay, we'll just remove this condition for now. Okay, so the first stage is in progress. We moved it to in progress. So process moved. Okay, so this will be available for us to click on the process move, and once that is available, we can put it before we have this option, we can put a criteria. If the task name is or contains like RBC for some reason, okay, only then it will give them the transition, otherwise it won't let them move to the next stage. Okay, during, if when we are doing this, we can add comments, or we can show a message, or we can add a field. Select field, we can say do comment, add comment here. Okay, so what would happen is that when this transition happens, it pop up the screen with a comment. So we need to add a comment before we move to the next stage. Okay, and then after, we have four options: email alerts, so we can set up email notifications, uh, then we can set up field updates. If we want to update any field, we can do that. We can add custom functions. So we, that is one of the most powerful thing, because we can invoke functions from here. We can do a lot of stuff. Okay, so there are some predefined. We can act, if we are using Slack, we can use there's an integration here for Slack, I guess it's, yeah, send message to Slack channel, we can do that. We can create our own function, and pretty much we can do a lot of stuff there in terms of functions and stuff, because that gives us a lot of development functionality. So let's say what we're gonna do is here, we will create an issue for the task, right? So we'll just simply create an issue. One thing I will do here, because if you see this S is a connection, so I will click connections. Although this was not the part or the context of this particular discussion, but just for to show you guys how it works, and how it's being done, or how the transition works, it's better we go through. So once we add the functions and stuff, and we add the connection, we create connections to third party systems outside this ecosystem. Let's say Zero or Slack or any channel. We just create a connection, and we get a connection name that we just need to update in our deluge script, and then our APIs would easily work for it. Like they will easily go out and make the actions that needs to happen. It will simply do that. So we'll create a connection, default services, we will say projects. Okay, Zoho projects, and from here test. Okay, we'll see all, for example. So we will say all. I'm just for the sake of example, I'm just giving you. You can choose all of them. It's just defining a scope. Okay. It's an authenticate. There's just authenticating. All this is not the scope of the this presentation, but just to give you an idea that how the authentication and things work. Now we have this name here, test, and using this and the scope we defined, we can pretty much just replace this with the test here. Okay, and everything that requires like the portal name, we'll just replace that. Okay, and we have this the defined arguments that we have already referred, so we can do that, and we will just save it. So now what had at this particular stage, okay, at this stage passes, this one is published. So simply we can come here, okay, and we can click on associate blueprint. It's just the way I defined the function project, but you will just choose the project or a template you want to associate it to. You can do that. Otherwise, all you need to do is go back, okay, go back into your function or task or wherever you are. Let's say if I go to and I go to project template and I go access project templates. And if I go to this particular task, for example, all I need to do is click on the three dots, associate a blueprint. I can associate from here. It will say associated, and this will get controlled. Now, something as before we finish this and go move back to our slides, one important thing I want to highlight, and which is very, very important, by the way, it's like the idea. The idea is that once you add or once you allow it, so that like once the process starts working, like let's say once you are active in terms of the process, the important thing that would happen or that you should be careful about, once a blueprint is assigned to a workflow, you can't really make a change in that blueprint. So that means you can't really define or change the process in that blueprint. Okay, you have to have certain set of rules and regulations that you need to follow to make the changes. So once a blueprint is defined, you won't be able to control the stages of this. Right now I can edit the stages, right? But with the blueprint being active, you can't change these stages because the stages will be controlled by blueprint. So that means even using the workflows or anything, you won't be able to make changes in these tasks. By the way, using workflows, you can create any sort of field, update a field, catch field from external systems, update status in external systems, add comments to external systems, add comments from external system into Zoho projects. There are a lot of things you can control, or you can do whatever you want to do in terms of projects and the algorithm and the complexity. And either you have manufacturing, retail, whatever sector you are in, you can basically work on this part. Okay, so let's go back to our slideshow, quick one. So we are done with the demo. We went into Zoho projects. We created a blueprint. We just defined these stages, transition rules. We defined team member approvals, and we defined functions. We added automations. We preview and published. Now, once we are done with this, let's discuss about real case examples. So, a marketing agency that takes client projects can implement Zoho blueprints for automating approval workflows. And this process can reduce and have reduced 40% of their time in managing projects, because with blueprints, they automatically SOPs are pretty straightforward. They can send contract. It's like falling through or passing through the process. They are not putting any extra effort there. Then we have case study 2, which is a software development firm, and the challenge is miscommunication and task assignments. So they created a blueprint with conditional notification and task dependencies, and this improved the collaboration and time project delivery because the communication, email notifications, push notifications, everything was happening on time. Then I would like to discuss another case study that we just did an implementation for a manufacturing client, where they had this manufacturing project in China, but they were taking orders from European countries, and there were Europeans, by the way, and they were taking like Italy, Germany, France, and these type of places, and they were using Zoho projects, and they are using Zoho projects, by the way, to manage those projects between clients and manufacturer, and they are the middlemen in the sense they have this project management tool that they provide assistance with, and the blueprint was that the client was onboarded, the supplier was onboarded, the design process to testing to demo to pre-development, full-fledged development to delivery to conclusion, everything was managed in a project through blueprints. So every transition was happening on a very refined way, and the transition of the project management was also happening in a very straightforward and simple way. Okay, so real life examples, we went through case study 1, 2, and the third one I told you about the manufacturing facility that used Zoho projects. Now, coming to the conclusion of this, well, first of all, Zoho project blueprints. Then we have business process control, and then we have key takeaways. So, first of all, Zoho project blueprints, a transformative tool to automate and optimize workflows. Business process control, ensure alignment with organizational goals while enhancing efficiency. Key takeaways, combining these tools unlock unparalleled operational excellence and growth potential. So, first of all, Zoho Project Blueprints, a transformative tool to automate and optimize the workflows. Okay, it helps optimize workflows, and it's a transformative tool to automate. Business process control, ensure alignment with organization goals while enhancing efficiency. The key takeaways from this is that it combines these tools, unlock unparalleled operational excellence, and gives you the growth potential that your business always needed. So now we are open for any questions or queries we have, and feel free to drop your question in the chat, and we would be happy to answer your questions regarding Zoho projects, Zoho project blueprints, or any related task. Okay, I believe no one has any specific question, and so let's conclude this, and yeah, okay. So, giving a brief about few of the things that we are doing these sessions every second day, and we will have 3 sessions on different topics next week as well, and the week after. And we will keep on doing this in-house and bring it to every day. We will bring something knowledgeable to you for business processes and control, and the things would be related to Zoho, generically the implementation issues and stuff, AI specifically, and Salesforce and NetSuite as well. So if you have any topic that you would like to know more about, or you want us to cover, feel free to reach out to us. We will be happy to assist. And if you have any questions and queries, we will also be able to help you out much as well. So that's it. If you have any queries, any questions, always feel free to reach out. Thank you.